Next, let's queer up business. Haters will hate, but the LGBTQ plus community will celebrate this pride with its supporting brand. As June arrives, the landscape of Pride Month merchandise has evolved. Once characterized by vibrant displays of the love-themed Mickey Mouse backpacks, pronoun pins, and a not-a-face hoodies, national brands are now more cautious. Last year's conservative boycotts, which slashed sales for companies like Target and Bud Light, have influenced this shift. Neil Saunders, managing director of the Global Data, notes that mainstream brands are navigating a volatile political climate, attempting to strike a balance within the alienating consumers. However, not all brands are retreating. Levi Strauss & Company remains steadfast, marketing a decade of Pride celebrations with a robust collection and a $100,000 donation to Outright International. Similarly, Wells Fargo will celebrate with employee events, support for LGBTQ plus organizations, and parade sponsorships. Apple and Walmart have also launched their Pride collections. One more thing to note is despite the challenges, the economic influence of the LGBTQ plus community remains significant. With an estimated 1.4 trillion, and that is a T trillion, in purchasing power in the US and a 3.9 trillion globally supporting LGBTQ plus initiatives is not only a societal benefit, but a profitable business strategy. As LGBTQ plus identification in the US grows, now at 7.6% of adults, savvy brands recognize the importance of maintaining their support. Conservative haters and misinformed protesters need to know that creating a negative narrative around the community is not going to stand the test of time. Well, I don't know. I have a lot of feels on this. Because I look at it as capitalism as well. When you deal with, when you see certain brands, as far as all of a sudden they're doing it, and before they didn't, they've been in the headlines for not being supportive or inclusive, and now they're developing products, for the community. I would like to see us obviously have more organizations that are strongly LGBTQ plus led, creating our Pride products for us, and us buying into that and supporting that, $3.9 global trillion economy.
I mean, honestly, authentic or not, keep giving us your money because we need the financial backing. Whatever your personal stance, big corporations are, as long as you keep supplying us with the dollar, then and
visibility. Our community wants to be seen,
right?
And business is business, and so I'm not mad at anybody for rocking the business acumen that they have in order to do both. But it does bring us back to us as a community. We should be supporting ourselves, each other. So queer performers, you have multiple opportunities to go and try trivia tonight. You support local artists, support local businesses. Wilton Drive is a mecca of LGBTQ plus owned businesses. All you have to do is go walk down the street, choose one, and go in there and patronize them and support our community.
You're good, Chief.
I also, excuse me, I believe that people can learn, and I believe that they can grow from what they learn. So, one of the companies that you talked about in the story was Walmart. A while back, we did a story here on Queer News Tonight about Walmart funding a LGBTQ youth shelter. And it's like, Walmart funding an LGBTQ youth shelter? And that's not something that they, that I had heard of. We covered it here, but I didn't hear anybody else covering it. So, I had always been suspicious because of the family being, homophobic and not having really good, and very conservative. But, when I see that Walmart is going to have some Pride stuff to sell, it's backed up by their being a primary funder of opening an LGBTQ youth shelter. So whereas I might have felt a different way about Walmart back then, I accept people when they evolve, if they honestly evolve. And selling Pride swag in your store is one thing, but putting your money into an LGBT youth shelter in a community,
that's huge.
That, and I can't remember where it was, but I know it's in a very red area, very conservative. So,
Well, I have a few feelings on this.
Lord Jesus.
Every time that we have this conversation about Pride merchandise, I always want to shout out Target, because Target always gets hate for some of their business decisions in certain stores for, moving their merchandise around. But they were the first big mainstream company that I know of. And the things that they're selling in there, they're selling like onesie trans bathing suits. And, and we're shouting out Levi, which props to you, Levi. But I mean, would you have a rainbow belt? Like, you don't have the kind of merchandise that Target is putting in their stores. And they didn't even take it out. They put it, in a different location. So, some of the workers don't get assaulted, or they don't have the issues that are going on there. So I'm totally fine with rainbow capitalism. I hate when gays are criticizing these groups for being rainbow capitalists, because 20 years ago, back in the 90s as a kid, it's like, we were wishing that Publix and all of these other companies were going to have some kind of merchandise. And now that it's there, we're like still complaining. Like, support the people that are doing it. Let's show them our love and support, and so that they can continue to do that kind of stuff. And just, again, thank you, Target, for leading the way.
First of all, you were not a kid in the 90s. Secondly, I was one of those uppity gays. Yes, I said it. I was one of those uppity gays that criticized Target for moving their merchandise, for hiding it, because I said that I don't want to be given crumbs. If you have a platform and you're openly supporting us, the reason they moved it was being criticized, or them being criticized, and also their employees being assaulted. So instead of addressing the assailants, they moved the shit, and they did take product off their shelves in order to be less gay during that time.
They were the only ones giving you a full course meal. Ain't no other company, major company, was giving. When you're saying you don't want to take crumbs, everybody else was giving you crumbs. And it's the moment one company would give a little bit of a crumb, like that wasn't even close to the meal that Target was giving. Like, even putting it in the back, just having that merchandise is a way bigger step than some of these other companies.
Well, Trinidad, if you get satisfied with subpar, then that's you, honey. If you gonna feed me,
you don't even understand what I just said.
Feed me till I'm full, sir. So like I was saying, I criticized Target for their actions at the time, and I'm not taking it back. That's how I felt at the time. Target, if you're continuing to...
Is Walmart stuff right at the front when you walk in?
As I was saying, Target, if you are contributing to our community financially and are...
Thank you.
Making strides to make sure that we are protected under this... anti-queer legislation, then kudos to you. If you are putting up rainbow shit and then hiding it when the shit gets hot, then that's some pussy ass shit. If you support pussy ass shit like Trinidaddy, I'm sorry, that's some bitch ass shit. And if you support bitch ass shit like Trinidaddy, then Trinidaddy will continue to patronize you. But Target, how I felt at that time is how I continue to feel currently at this time. Walmart, I thank you for your contributions. Levi, I thank you for your contributions. Other organizations that I can't even think of right now, I thank you for your contributions.